Hi everyone, welcome to PRIYA Academy channel. In this channel, today we are going to see Semiconductor Electronics topic, in which particularly introduction for class 12 physics. This video will be very much useful for the students who are in CBSE as well as Tamil Nadu Matriculation Board. Before you see this video, please subscribe my channel. LED TV, laptop, mobile phone, vacuum robot. What are these devices called as? Yes, you are right. They are electronic devices. What is the main component present inside these electronic devices? A board like this. This is called circuit board. What does this circuit board contain? It consists of semiconductors and IC or chip. What are called semiconductors? They are small components like this, as you see in this figure. It includes LED, resistor, transistor, capacitor, etc. How they are present inside this board? Of course, they are being soldered at different places, as you see here. Whether they are connected to each other? Yes, of course. These semiconductors are kept at different places and we have wires which are connecting them, which means they are connected to each other, and this type of connections along with the semiconductors is called a circuit diagram. So this circuit diagram and the breadboard helps the engineer to test the circuit. He will make trial and error until he get the result as expected. This breadboard enables the engineer to remove the wires, to remove the semiconductors or to replace the semiconductors until he got the final result correct. Once the test results are okay, then finally this kind of board will be done. It is called as printed circuit board. What are called IC or integrated circuits? They also contain these small semiconductors, but they are very much small in size compared to this. Whether they also have the circuit connections like this? Yes, of course. They also have circuit connections among them. But what is the purpose of doing this kind of integrated circuit? See, for some of the applications, the circuit diagrams are fixed and then the components are also fixed. In such a case, they will make this kind of integrated chip. Because the advantage is, since this integrated chip is a flat surface and they are being connected within the chip, that connections are permanent and it will have a longer life. So it will be easy for the projects to purchase this kind of boards and to use it instead of making connections starting from the scratch to this. So that's the advantage of this kind of IC chip or microchip. So that's why many companies, they are doing this IC chip for specific applications. Before 1948, these semiconductors were not there. At that time, vacuum tube or vacuum diode is there, which was invented in the year 1897 by J.A. Fleming. And these vacuum tube or vacuum diode are quite large. It is almost 5 cm to 10 cm in length and 3 cm in diameter. Then vacuum triode has been invented in the year 1908 by Lee D. Forrest. What is the difference between this vacuum diode and vacuum triode? Diode has 2 electrodes, triode has 3 electrodes. As you see in this figure, this is a diode in which you can see in the middle anode, which is one electrode, and then which is surrounded by cathode, which is in orange color, which is another electrode. Only 2 electrodes were there. Whereas in triode, we have 3 electrodes. Additionally, we have one mesh, which is called as a control grid, which is the 3rd electrode. Okay, what is the need for this 3rd electrode control grid? For that, consider this figure. This is a symbolic representation of a diode in which you can see cathode at the bottom. So when power supply had been given, this cathode gets heated, which generates electrons. These electrons will flow from this cathode to the anode. Whereas the direction of conventional current is opposite to the electron flow direction. So that's why it is marked down. Now in this case, there is no mechanism to control the amount of electron flow. Whereas this is the schematic arrangement for triode, in which additionally we have third electrode called as control grid. So this control grid controls the amount of flow of electron flowing from cathode to the anode. So by adjusting the grid, we can control it. So it is something like a small regulator present in the fan which controls the speed of the fan. After vacuum diode and vacuum triode, we have tetrode which is having 4 electrodes and pentode which is having 5 electrodes. Why these vacuum diode and vacuum triode are not used nowadays? Because it has many disadvantages. Number 1, larger in size. As I told you before, they are very much big in size whose length ranges from 5 cm to 10 cm and diameter 3 cm and use more power to operate. Operating voltage is also 100 volt, whereas semiconductors nowadays are operated at 5 volt. More heat generation. As I told you, because of the power supply at the cathode gets heated and then emits the electrons. So because of this, more heat generation will be there. Limited life. Since vacuum is present within this one and there is more possibility that vacuum get disturbed, and because of that the internal parts may get heated quickly, so it has limited life. Low reliability. Yes, manufacturing this kind of vacuum diodes is very difficult because we have to enclose the vacuum inside. So because of the manufacturing defects, it does not have long life. In 1948, bipolar junction transistor was invented by Burdeen, Breton and Shockley. Later on, during 1950s and 1954, more research were carried out on semiconducting materials like germanium and silicon. Finally, in 1959, they found out MOSFET transistor. This MOSFET stands for metal oxide semiconducting field effect transistor. And this MOSFET transistor made a revolution in the field of electronics. After that, so many improvements in the electronics field were there. Why? Because it has many advantages. It is smaller in size, use less power to operate. Operating voltage is 5 volt to 12 volt as I told you before. And less heat generation. Since the electrons flow within this component and there is no need that electron should come out from cathode and reaching anode, so it produces less heat. More reliability. So manufacturing this kind of transistors is quite easy because it is not quite complex in design. So that's why the reliability is more. Now we'll see difference between microprocessor and microcontroller. Microprocessor are used in the applications where the task is not predefined but assigned by the user then and there. For example, in a laptop, microprocessor is used. And you know that laptop can be used for many applications such as word processing, PowerPoint, Excel, to run the software program, to watch the movies, to listen to the music. For many applications, laptop had been used. So for this kind of applications, microprocessor will be used. So they are more commonly used in computers, mobile phones, laptops, Android TV, etc. Microcontroller are used in applications where the task is predefined. Task cannot be changed later. For example, in case of a washing machine, this microcontroller is used to execute the wash cycle as per the chosen program number. And this microcontroller which are used in washing machine cannot be used for any other applications like microwave oven, etc. It is because it is being done to carry out that wash cycle task only. They are more commonly used in washing machine, microwave oven, dishwasher, etc. In this video, we have seen the introduction about semiconductor electronics topic. In the next video, we will see energy bands and band theory of solids. Before that, please subscribe my channel.